Okay guys, this week we're gonna do something a little bit different, all right? We're gonna talk about the 5 key reasons why you just might be losing at poker, okay? A lot of you are gonna think it's just bad luck, and that's the only reason because you're perfect and you don't ever make any mistakes. That is not the case, okay? However, number 5 on the list is bad luck, okay? It does happen. You know, you could be playing situations well, you could be doing the right things. Even the best players in the world go through losing streaks that could last for months. Now, if you're losing after having played 1,000 to 2,000 hours, it's probably not just bad luck. It probably has something to do with the other 4. So over a short sample size, maybe you can chalk that up to bad luck. But if you're seeing results for yourself that have gone 6 months plus, let's start looking at other reasons why you might just be losing. The number 4 reason you might be losing at poker is you've become too predictable. Now, this is specifically for cases where you were playing against the same players and you were winning, okay? And you were doing quite well. And now, over time, you've noticed you're playing against these same people and you're losing, okay? It's possible they've caught on to what you're doing. So maybe, you know, you're not bluffing enough against them, or maybe you're bluffing too much and they've caught on to that. So if that's the case where you're playing against the same types of people and you've gone from a winning player to a losing player, maybe they've also changed the way they play, but let's focus on what you can control, which is whether or not you've become too predictable. The number 3 reason you might be losing at poker is the games are too tough, okay? The games that you're playing in are too tough. So let's say you're the 5th best Omaha high-low player in the world, right? But you sit down every day with the other 4 who happen to be better than you. Well, congrats on being 5th, but in this game, you're the sucker. So I would really try to be self-aware enough to look around the table and ask yourself the real question, okay, you know, I like my poker skills, but am I better than these guys? And if you're not certain about that, you might want to find better spots. The number 2 reason you might be losing at poker is your fundamentals, okay? So that's really the nitty-gritty of how to learn how to play poker. The good news is this can be learned, and you're taking a big step towards getting there by watching these videos as well as the hand breakdowns and all the Twitch streams and so much content that's available today to learn how to play, to just understand and play better poker, okay? So the fundamentals, without them, you're not going to be able to be a winning player. So it's a very, very important part. The good news about that, as I said, is that is a learnable trait. So as you continue to grow, look for sources of influence that are other great players who have done it before, that know what they're talking about. A good friend of mine, Jason Somerville, does a Twitch stream where he talks through the hands that he plays. So make sure you give that a listen. Or if, like I said, you know, keep watching this channel and we'll talk some fundamentals. So the number 1 reason you're probably losing at poker, if you are, is tilt, okay? Tilt has taken down more poker players than anything else in history. Tilt looks a lot different for different people. One way in which people tilt is they simply play for 3 straight days when they're losing, and when they're winning, they go home and take a nice tidy profit. That's tilt related because you should be quitting that game because your head's not right, right? You're only playing to chase. Emotional stability is super important. Being self-aware enough too to realize that, like, you know what, you're not feeling it, you're angry, you've just taken some bad beats and you start playing bad. The recipe to dispel tilt, first and foremost, is to quit earlier than you think you should maybe, and say, you know what, today's not my day, I'm not there, my head's not there. Or you can try another little trick that I like to use. And it's a little more complicated, so maybe we'll do a separate video about it, but it's a little trick I use to get present. And part of that looks like I basically just think of my thoughts, what's going through my head, then I think about how I'm feeling, my physical sensations, and I get present to what's really happening in the moment. I'm pissed off, this guy just called a raise with deuce 5 offsuit, took me out of the tournament, he never should have been in the hand in the first place, and now I'm screwed. How am I feeling? Angry. What are my physical sensations? My blood's boiling, my head's raging, I'm tapping my toes, I'm hyperventilating, whatever it is. Okay, now I'm present to the situation I'm in, okay? Next step, choose. Now I'm gonna choose, how do I wanna be? I wanna be relaxed, I wanna be calm, I wanna be joyful, I wanna be engaged, I wanna be focused, I wanna let the past live in the past. And this is a trick that I use. Sometimes you'll see me at the table, close my eyes, I go into my little zen. I might be smiling, but under my breath, I'm going, this stupid freaking idiot who called me with 9-6 offsuit. I can't stand it. He always wins, and he's such an idiot. I hate this.